How have you been?
Yeah, really good. It's pretty cold outside today though.
It's really cold, not a very good start for the first day of summer.
No.
So, welcome to your first nutrition coaching session. It's great to have you come along. So before we get started, so on your form here, say that you quit smoking. That's such a great achievement. So tell me how you've been feeling since you quit.
Not too bad. I'm finding it hard to fill the void that smoking left, which is why I'm showing some interest in exercising, getting healthy, trying to put my mind onto something else.
Yeah, I think the biggest fear people have when they quit smoking is that they are going to put on weight, because people generally feel smoking with some other bad habit. Do you find that you've done that?
Yeah, a little bit. I've been really conscious and trying not to shovel things in my mouth, but I've put on some weight, so it's happened.
Alright. So how long has it been since you have quit?
Just over a month.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's fairly new. How do you find that your energy levels have been since you quit?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's more motivation. You know, I need something that I need to look forward to sort of go and do. So maybe some exercise and eating healthy and things like that. I think otherwise I might just sit there and be sad about not smoking.
Yeah. So some good distraction tactics, but along the healthier line of distraction tactics rather than replacing it with sugar.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we'll get stuck straight into here. So I can see your reasons for coming to see me. So one obviously being that you've quit smoking and that you're wanting to lead a healthier lifestyle. So you have said that you have put on a little bit of weight. So how was your diet prior to quitting smoking?
Not fantastic.
Yep.
Not fantastic. Obviously, smoking, I wasn't aware of it at the time, but is somewhat of an appetite suppressant. But I was still, so I wasn't eating breakfast, I wasn't really eating lunch or a great lunch. I was having a couple of soft drinks a day,
Yep.
and then sort of snacking on crap snacks later in the day, but not
Yep.
eating anything earlier in the day. So I'd say admittedly not great.
Yep. No, that's fine. At least you're honest and you're aware of what you're doing. So most people aren't aware of it until it's too late. So to give me a better understanding of your schedule, you've written here that your work schedule impacts your ability to improve your diet. So what kind of work do you do?
I work in a primary school, but my hours are 8:30 till 4:30.
Yep.
And by the time I pick up the kids, I'm not home till 5:30, depending if I need to do groceries, and then I need table on the tea on the table by 6.
Yep.
So it's really hard to factor all those things in, and planning a healthy meal and getting the things to cook it. It's the time constraints are really hard.
Yep. So would you say that there was any stress involved within your job that may impact what you're eating in the day?
Yes, yeah. I suppose everyone's got stress in their job. There's more life stress around mine. Not mornings are busy, getting everyone dropped off at daycare and school, and making sure I'm on time and have my hair done and everything.
Yep. So, would you say that you had time, so obviously your job is Monday through Friday?
Yes. Weekends off.
So would you find that you would have time on a weekend to be able to prep food to make your week that little bit easier to eat healthier?
Yes, I would have the time, but I don't want it to be something that's going to take me an entire day.
Yep.
That is the only time I have with the kids, so I want to make sure that, you know, it's efficient.
Yep.
Again, while I'm here,
So
I don't want to be, not
so you
knowing
want
what I'm
something
doing.
quick, simple,
But
cost effective, that's going to feed you all.
Yes.
Perfect. So if I were to shoot you through some recipes, some kid-friendly ones that can be prepped ahead of time and that you can make in bulk, would you be more inclined to stick to a healthier style of lifestyle?
Most certainly. It needs to be something that can feed 5 people. I find a lot of the stuff I've tried to look up, or even diets and stuff, are for one person, maybe 2.
Yep.
They're not for a family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're not kid friendly. A lot of stuff, you know, is either A, expensive and you don't want to be feeding it to kids, or B, kids don't like it.
Yep.
I want it to be able to feed all of us. I don't mind tweaking it a little bit if I want a little bit of extra something, or taking something out that's different for us, but I don't want to make 2 separate meals every night.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's where people get wrong. Sometimes they make it too hard. So you want to keep it simple. The simpler it is, the more inclined you are, you're going to be able to stick to it.
Yep.
So I think firstly we'll go through, we'll set you some little goals to focus on. So I find if people have something to work towards, they're more inclined to want to do it.
Yep.
Rather than overloading you with massive changes, massive amounts of information, and then we'll start small and we'll work those new changes into your current routine so that it works for you. So before we do that, can you give me a little bit of insight into your daily routine? So you said that you have 4 children.
Yep.
So what are their ages?
I have twins who are 3.5, and I have a 5-year-old who will go into school next year in
Yep.
a month, and I have an 8-year-old.
Oh wow, so they're all relatively young still.
Yep.
So obviously, as you said, you want your children to be included in your healthier lifestyle changes.
Yes, definitely.
Good. It's such a great idea to get kids involved. Not only does it keep you accountable, but it also teaches the kids to grow up and have a healthy relationship with food as they get older. So for your goals, I can see at this point you would like to lead a healthier lifestyle and diet which includes your children.
Yep.
And it's also the food that's appropriate for your children as well, and to lose 2 kilos, is that right?
Yes.
And you'd also like to maintain that.
I'd like to maintain that. I'd like to maintain the healthy lifestyle. And I'd like to be able to keep up. I don't even know where to start. I wouldn't even know which breed was better.
Yep.
So I'd like to give my kids a bit of a kickstart. They know what's healthy and what's not, rather than just learning it at school. They actually know, hey, hang on, we eat the better stuff at home. They
Yep.
know which is the right choice
Yep.
to choose from.
So what we can do there, I also have a great list of healthy food swaps as well. So say with your bread, for instance, so do you feed your kids white bread at the moment?
I buy either the wholemeal or the multigrain just because I think it's healthier, but
Yep.
I don't actually know. Then there's pumpkin seeds and this and that. I don't actually know which one's good for you and which one's not.
See, wholemeal is a great start, whereas your multigrain is generally more white bread that has seeds in it. So your wholemeal one is a fantastic start.
Yep.
It's a much better option than your white bread. It's a lot less processed.
Yep.
So, if we were to set incorporate some healthier choices into your diet for you and the kids, and in turn to lose that 2 kilos that you're wanting to lose, do you think that these sound manageable for you?
Yes. Yep.
Alright, so if we go into now like your work schedule and your routine, do you think the healthy eating you would be able to fit it into your routine, say if you were to prep some meals on a Sunday maybe, or a Sunday night?
Yep. Yeah, if I had a couple of hours or half a day in the weekend to be able to bulk prep and make sure that what I need for that week is in the fridge, so I'm not running around Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock getting something for tea, because otherwise then I'll do something else.
You tend to go for the takeaway and stuff like that because it's easier and it's faster and it's there.
And then the kids are fed and they're not yelling at me because they're starving. And same goes for breakfast. It's not that I don't enjoy having breakfast, it's just simply that there's nothing immediately there that I can grab that's healthy, so I more often than not end up having an extra coffee with sugar in it.
Yeah, that's it. Alright, so I see here that you have actually tried both Herbalife and Keto to try and drop that little weight. How did you actually feel while you're on these programs?
It left me feeling really quite drained at the end of the night. And the keto one, I felt like it was really quite bloated.
Yep.
Yeah, really quite bloated, lethargic. I didn't feel like I was healthy.
Yeah.
I assume that, when you feel healthy, you do have good energy, not a sugar high and a low.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the thing about these diet fads is they are exactly that, and they're not sustainable, and especially not for a family, because 9 times out of 10 they're really expensive as well, and you can't feed it to kids.
Yeah, no, I was making 2 different meals, and it was such hard work.
Yeah, the minute things get too hard, people tend to give up. So I think moving on to your food diary here, how do you think your food choices went over the week?
I feel like they fluctuate on time on what I've remembered to buy. We tried to do really good nighttime meals, but I try and do that with the kids anyway. I don't want them eating crap. I try and have meat and 3 veg and stuff, but my choices during the day when it doesn't concern the kids generally are quite crap.
Yeah, I can see that here. So I can see that your nighttime meals are good. So you've got your meat, you've got your vegetables. They do look fantastic. So I don't think I can't see any issue there. It's more the daytime and just the snacking here that I can see. So obviously it's a lack of time in the mornings to get yourself breakfast other than coffee. So do you think it would be manageable, say if we organised something that you could pre-prep for breakfast, or do you think you would have the time to just grab your breakfast and be able to make it?
If I firstly knew what I was doing, and had what I needed in the fridge, that I could grab it all out, I could quickly whip it up and have time to eat it, that's fine. It's mostly that I don't know what I'm doing, and there's a lot of a lot of time involved in sitting there for half an hour trying to make breakfast in the morning.
So I think what we'll do, since you're having trouble finding yourself time, I think we could pre-prep. Have you seen the pre-prepped smoothies, how they just cut up their fruits, they pop them in the zip bag and then sit them in the freezer, and all you do then is pop it in the blender with either your almond milk or your coconut water, and then you're good to go. So probably less than 5 minutes, and you could even take that in the car if you're on the way to school.
Oh wow.
How does something like that sound?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright.
Doesn't sound like it takes a lot of time to prep either.
So do you think that you can incorporate that into your morning routine?
Yes.
So good, that's definitely a good start. So the smoothie can also, so that way you're getting the most out of your money. You could do a bigger batch. Now that smoothie can also be turned into a smoothie bowl for the kids. So the way in which you do that is you just put less liquid.
Yep.
So that way the kids can eat it with a spoon. And then that way they're thinking they're eating the same as
like a yogurt consistency.
Yeah, kind of like a yogurt consistency.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So do you think is that something your kids would enjoy?
Yeah, they love fruit. They love fruit.
Like, you have so many options in summer with your summer fruits. You've got your berries. So you can do any combination you can think of, really.
Yep.
So yeah, so you can put those in your little zip bags. That would take 10 minutes to just chop up some fruit and make your little combinations and put them in the freezer. And then in the morning, all you've got to do is just grab one out. So as you said, you've got, are the youngest girls in daycare in the day?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. So I think what I'll do, I'll email you through some kid-friendly recipes that you can make on a Sunday, pop them in the freezer, and even just take them out the morning before you go to work, and that way by the time you get home from work, all you have to do is heat them and they're already defrosted.
Yeah, that's great.
So do you have somewhere to reheat food at work?
Yes, we've got a fully kitted staff room.
Oh, fantastic. So you could even prep them and take them for your lunches as well.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so back to your food jar, there are quite a lot of sugary snacks in here. Are you finding that you're craving the sugar due to tiredness, due to hunger?
Yeah, I'll find that I start to feel sort of a little bit lethargic and just body just feels like it craves some sugar or something like that, and then I'll chow down on that and
So the thing with that is sugar is definitely one of those foods that spike your blood sugar. So obviously you feel wide and awake once your blood sugar is spiked, but then you're going to crash, which then your body's like, I need more. So that's where that sugar addiction comes in, because you're using that sugar as a pick-me-up for that fatigue. So to avoid these spikes, I think we should incorporate some snacks such as vegetables like your celery sticks, your carrot sticks, even have those with some dips like your chickpea dips and stuff like that. Your nuts, your boiled eggs, and some whole grain crackers. Even all this stuff can be pre-done and just have in the fridge. Like you can do all your carrot sticks and your vegetables and just have them to grab and go.
Okay.
Are they foods that you think you would eat?
Yes. I've not had them as snacks before, but there's nothing you've said that I don't like that I wouldn't be willing to to give it a try, as long as it was accessible in the morning. So when I pack all the kids' lunch boxes, packing another one for myself wasn't a big issue.
Great. So ideally, say half an hour every day could save you a whole week's worth of thinking of what to eat. It's done there and then. So if I email you through some recipes through snack ideas, and I could possibly write your plan if you want, or you can take the recipes and then you can incorporate them as you feel. Whatever would suit you better if you want to try and do it
I think
slower.
I think a plan.
Yep.
So I know exactly what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do. So tomorrow, once I get the email, I can go out, I can do the shopping for that for the week, the meal prep for the week, and then there's no stress involved.
Yep.
That would be perfect.
Perfect. Well, I can shoot you through that as well. You've given me quite a fair indication of your likes and dislikes. So no food allergies with your kids.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so the last thing we'll go through, I see you wanted to start exercising. Is there a day that you don't have children at home?
No,
that's fine. I also do some child-friendly boot camps that may suit you better, but I did see here that you have some old injuries. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
I had a fairly strong netball career in my youth, and then I have subluxing kneecaps, which means that they, when I bend them, my kneecap rotates out. As it goes out, it dislocates as it feels like, and then pops back in. And due to my legs making up for that, I've also torn my quad muscles, both of them a couple of times. So, I had to quit netball and then start smoking and cycle is. I'm here where I am now.
A vicious cycle.
Yes.
So I think a personal training session may suit you a little bit better, because then we can tailor more of those low impact moves to not only strengthen the legs as well as strengthen the quads, but to take a little bit of that impact out. Do you think any of these injuries affect your day-to-day activities?
Yes, they definitely do, but I do know that is a little bit because they're not strong anymore, but I'm frankly too scared to go and do something without guidance, because if I get